The president often tells the country he believes the greatest threat to America comes from within. Those are his words, not ours. Comey is the poster child for the group Trump believes conspired to derail his first presidency. So let me tell you what's going to happen tonight. The left is going to cry lawfare and weaponization. It's the same thing the right said when Trump and more than a dozen Republicans were indicted. By the way, Republicans were right. It was lawfare back then. And Trump is not hid that he's going to do the same thing back. He did not hide his feeling when asked about the former FBI director today.
I can only say that Comey's a bad person. He's a sick person. I think he's a sick guy, actually. He did terrible things at the FBI. And but I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen.
He told his attorney general what to do. Tonight, we have the answer. Former FBI directors facing federal obstruction and perjury charges. At the center of the case are these comments Comey made before Congress on September 30th, 2020.
Director Comey, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
Never.
Question 2 on relatively related. Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No.
Has any classified information relating to President Trump or his associates been declassified and shared with the media?
Not to my knowledge.
I can only speak to my testimony. I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave in May of 2017.
Okay, now there has been newly declassified documents that allegedly prove, according to the government, that Comey was not being truthful there. So they are going to try and prove he lied to Congress about his handling of the Russian election interference probe, particularly whether or not he authorized the release of information to the press connecting the Trump campaign to the Russians, obviously something that made Donald Trump very angry. Trump and a handful of Republicans believe Comey did lie. Attorney General Pam Bondi wrote, "No one is above the law." Today's indictment reflects the Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American public. Remember this line, no one is above the law. It comes up a few times. So no matter what happens, Democrats will say this is so-called retribution that they have been warning about since Trump took back the White House. Trump will tell the American people he's just upholding the rule of law. Again, that rule of law thing keeps coming back. For example, who else has used rule of law before? Well, it is the exact same thing James Comey said when Donald Trump was indicted back in 2023. June 9th, 2023. James Comey, at the time, felt the need to speak, be heard on the Trump indictment. And he tweeted out, "Today is a good day for the rule of law." If we have to explain the irony, it's not actually irony. A jury will decide Comey's fate, much like a jury decided Trump's fate in New York. We said over and over, the lawfare against Trump was wrong and that Democrats would regret it. It's hard to say Republicans will regret this because the same thing has already been done to them for the past 4 years. So on this show, and you are viewers who join us every night to be fair, we don't see things left versus right. We tell you what's happening and why it matters. And right now, lawfare is the rule of law in America.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.